Hi, and good evening, council members. My name is Katherine Hamel, and I'm here to show my disappointment and excessive force that was used during the recent raids of Long Beach and other counties. I'm going to start for you tonight by reciting the Girl Scout law. I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, and responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others, to respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and to be a sister to every Girl Scout. And I'm also going to tell you the Girl Scout promise. On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. This I have been raised upon since I was 5. I have been a Girl Scout since I was 5. I also am a lifetime membership. I have been dedicating my time to raising the youth of today and putting great things into their minds and helping them grow up and trying to give them a great role model. I am here to question why 20 uniformed officers, Long Beach officers, busted down our doors, why they pointed guns at not only my head, but my friends' heads. I'm here to question why they put us in handcuffs, why they drove us down to Long Beach City Jail, why they booked us, strip-searched us, raped us of our dignity, and threw us in with the felons. I'm curious. Why? Why are you using all these resources, all this money, all this police force to do this to us? I have been working here only since November, and all I have seen is good happen. I have seen people that are unable to walk, unable to play with their children, come in, ask, say, hey, I can't do these things. I would love to be able to keep up with my child. And we granted them a wheelchair. Why is this wrong? Because we sell meds over the counter. I'm going to ask you why. We have a food bank. I can't tell you how many people I have seen take bags of food from our food bank because they're hungry and they have nowhere else to go. I wonder, why? Why did you raid 17 different locations and come and do all of this to us? I have a felony arrest record now. I work for a Girl Scout camp. I no longer can work for them because I have this felony arrest because I am doing what I believe is fair. Thank you.
Jackie Nutting.
Mr. Mayor?
Mr. Garcia.
Thank you. I just wanted to, if I can just ask of our city manager, I know that there have been people coming forward for a couple of weeks, and I'm wondering, I know we were going to look into that. I know that we weren't obviously alerted of the raids before they happened. We found out about them after the fact. But I know that some questions were asked from the council as far as resources and how those resources were directed. Are we going to get that information sometime soon?
Mayor and council members, yes, that information will be provided within the next week.
And that information will include as far as the actual resources that were used for the department and how they were directed, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I think Mr. DeLong had a question as well.
Mr. DeLong.
When you respond, could you also address in your memo back regarding the process? For example, the young lady talked about the experience she went through. I'd like to understand, is that accurate? Did every member go through that kind of process?
Well, understand, the first thing you need to understand is you don't pass on the propriety of the actions of your police department. There are claims that can be filed if they have a grievance. They can take their grievance to the Citizen Police Complaint Commission, which is set up to hear just these very grievances, and you have the criminal court system through which these cases are moving. So you're not the final adjudicator of the propriety of the police actions in this particular instance.
But I would like the knowledge. I'd like to understand what is going on. I understand that it's not our role to take a decision-making, but I don't think it's inappropriate for the council to understand what the process is.
Well, the problem is that there's an ongoing criminal enforcement proceeding. There's an ongoing investigation, it's my understanding. Now, at a certain point in time when that investigation is over and when the criminal proceeding is over, you certainly do have a right to look into it. But I don't think that time has come yet.
Well, I think we can ask what the policy is in these cases without referring to any specific incidents.
That you can do.
And that's the request, City Manager. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Shannon, I also want to echo that. It seems to me that, while we're not intruding or getting involved in a criminal investigation, obviously resources from the Long Beach Police Department were expended, and I think the council, while it might not have to pass on that, has a right to understand how that was organized.
That's true, but what concerns me is that you've heard a number of allegations. The police department has not and will not have the ability to respond. There are courts, there are forums for them to air their allegations and have them heard and decided whether or not those allegations are
I
true.
understand that. Then let's stick to the policy and the process first. And no one, least of all me, is going to just listen to allegations and not have someone be able to defend themselves. But I would like to know the policy that this sits under, and I also would like to understand the process that was used in this case.
Mr. Wesson, one last thing also. I think that when that report comes back, I think that it'd be appropriate for the report to be made in a public format. I don't know if it's a report that's made public to the council. I personally prefer something more than just a memo to the council. Thank you.